Hey, welcome back. It's Jeffrey Lessel, and I am here with another video in my continued look at these e-ink devices, trying to find out which one works best for me and my use cases. Now, I have a few different videos up already about the Note Air the Boox Note Air 3 and the Boox Note Air 3C. Right here is the Note Air 3, the non-color version, and you can see here I've just been taking some notes from comments on those other videos about some questions that you as a viewer might have about this device versus some other devices. So I've just got kind of a running list going here. However, today I'm excited about what's in this box here. This is the Supernote A5X2 Nomad, the A6X2 Nomad. And I'm looking forward to unboxing that today and seeing how it compares to my Note Air 3 here. So I'm going to set that aside and see what's in this box. So in the bag, we have the box, and you can see it says Supernote here. I have not opened this at all yet, and so I'm pretty excited about seeing exactly what's in here and how it compares. Some, I guess, ideas I have about it are, it's obviously going to be smaller, and I'm curious about whether or not that form factor is going to work for me better than this larger form factor, because most of my usage is going to be reading, writing, taking notes, that sort of thing. Yeah, so I'm interested in that. And also the writing feel. I did get kind of the upgraded pen on the Supernote, and so I'm curious to see how that feels. Yeah, this is a cool box. One of the things that Supernote or Ratta is known for is kind of the being conscious of the materials they use, how they create their devices to be eco-friendly. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what that's like in here. So I guess the first thing to do is to take off this tape. I kind of wish that tape wasn't there because I don't want to pull that off of the cardboard. I'm one of those people who just loves, to keep the boxes pristine, keep them forever, that kind of thing. I'll put that aside, the tape aside. And in here we have the Supernote folio for Nomad. So I'll pull that out in this little tab here. It obviously says pull there. And I went with the white. The blue seemed to be a little more interesting to me and looked like it was probably a little more interesting to everybody else too, because it was out of stock and it was going to take a while to get in. So I went with the white version because I'm impatient and I wanted to get it in and try to overlap all the different turn windows for all these devices just to make sure I can find the one that works for me. So yeah, let's get in here. I failed to bring my knife down, which was obviously a mistake on my part, but that's okay. These are usually pretty easy to open with your fingers. I'm not a professional unwrapper, unboxer on YouTube, so I don't have all the cool little gadgets that everyone else has. But let's get inside this case, put that aside, and see what this is like. So Supernote folio. Oh, I was expecting it to like pull out or something, but it's actually a magnetic box here. So that's a magnet. So open this up, and this is the white vegan leather. I'm wondering if this is going to get dirty. That was my main concern about this. It actually feels pretty nice. It's definitely textured. Got a lot of texture on it. Inside's definitely very smooth. It does have also a texture, but it's a smooth texture. Almost like, I don't know how you would describe that. It's like one of those really nice blankets. I don't know if you have one of these, but like it's super soft. And like if you push it, like put your finger one way, it creates a mark. And put it the other way, it creates the other mark. But they're not really permanent marks, but more like you can see where the little pieces of the blanket, the fabrics have moved from one side to the other. Okay, that's really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and take off these pieces of tape here. These are magnets, and from what I do know about this device, those magnets are what hold the device in here. And I dropped that. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Okay, put that aside. And let's put this aside. Actually, I'll just put it back in here. Oh, I lost the tab, but that's okay. Put it right there. And now the Supernote Nomad. It says for those who write is kind of their logo here, or not their logo, but they're saying, I'm not a huge writer. I do actually have a book published, now that I say that, but that's more of a technical book. And I definitely did not write that freehand. That was done all on the computer. So I'm not a huge writer, although I'm starting to do kind of some morning pages, some journaling type things. And I do love the feel of getting my hands on paper and a pen and writing with it. So looking forward to how this might fit into my workflow. All right, so Supernote Nomad, go this away to the side. And here we have it. Feel, find, free, fun. Okay. Another magnetic box here that opens like this. Here we have a tool to repair or replace parts in the Nomad, which is pretty cool. It's even got the Supernote logo on it there, which is pretty nice. I'll keep this little cover on it for now. Hide it from view. Well, I can't get it on. How about I just do that later? I'll pull this out from the box, and it is quite a bit lighter. Yeah, as you'd expect, quite a bit lighter than the Note Air 3. A lot of that has to do with the size, but a lot of it also has to do with the materials, from what I understand. That is not a, I'm used to like an iPad where you just pull it all the way off. This is more of a, you kind of want to slide it out, it seems. So let's slide that out, although it does look like it can pull out. Oh, there's a quick start guide here, which is nice, and USB cable. Again, another USB-A to USB-C connector, which, you know, it works. I wish it was USB-C to USB-C, but that's okay. I have some cords like that. And here's the Supernote. Again, I wanted the clearer version, crystal, I think they call it. But again, as a weight, I didn't want to wait. I'm impatient, so I got the white because I figured most of the time it's going to be in the case anyway, or in the folio. So I decided to go with the white. It is plastic, but it's like a nice plastic. Like this is metal, like a metal feel. I guess it is metal. This is definitely plastic, which is fine because it feels good. It's a good feeling plastic. And then put it into the folio. Definitely just attaches right in there, which is nice. And then finally the pen. Let's see what I got in here. Got Supernote pen, never wears out, ultra fine nib, 0.7 millimeters, never needs to be charged, 4,096 levels of pressure sensitivity. And I'm sure I'm going to be using every 4,096 of those very precisely. Just kidding. Let's see, how do we open this? Is this another one of those magnetic cases? It is, there we go. So again, I went all white. I'm assuming this was supposed to be in there, but it was just loose in here. Okay, well, that's fine. Not gonna ding him for that. The Pen is Mightier Than the Sword by Edward Bulwer Lytton. Okay. Now, this pen feels pretty good. It's a little bit unscrewed, like if this is where the ink would go on a real pen. It's funny that it unscrews. I guess you can replace this top part. I don't really know. Again, I'm kind of an e-ink newbie, so I'm not exactly sure what everything does here. But it goes into the cap, which is nice. And this has a good feel to it. This feels like a real pen that I would use. I do have a few fountain pens that I like to use. And a couple other nice pens. And this feels like a pretty nice pen, to be honest. Okay, power on. Let's power this sucker on. Do not remove the film attached to the screen. Oh, okay. I guess. Okay, yeah, that's pretty scratchy. But I think I might like the scratchy. Power on, hold that a little longer. Okay, there we go. Supernote. We'll set this to the side now that we're done with that. Get more of the Supernote in here. And I want to compare that a little bit to the Note Air 3 right now, but honestly, I kind of want to just unbox this on this video and get used to it a little bit. Because again, this is another whole new operating system and way of thinking than the Note Air 3, so I'm going to have to get used to it. So United States, it's fine. Connect to Wi-Fi, I'm going to skip that for now. And date and time, 24-hour format, yep, that's fine. I'm going to leave all this for now. It is definitely not December 27th, but that's okay. I'm assuming that once it connects to the internet, it will update itself. Usage and diagnostics, no, I'm going to skip that for now. And I am right-handed, okay. Take a look below before getting started. Right sidebar. Activate the sidebar menu. So it says one finger slide down on the right sidebar. Okay. Refresh the screen, one finger slide up. Okay, yep. Cool. Next. One finger slide down on the right sidebar. Tap to create a new note. Okay, so that brings up this little menu, I suppose. So I'm just going to say new note. That name is exactly what I want to name it. Perfect. How did it know? Type standard. There's also type real-time recognition. That's grayed out. I don't know why it's grayed out. Is that just because I haven't selected it? Is it that? Maybe it's just not available in this tutorial. I guess this is kind of a tutorial section. Templates. Yeah, vertical template's fine. Tap create to enter a standard note. Where is create? Oh, up there. I was like, there's no create down here. It's actually right up there. That was a little confusing. Okay, create. Create user guide. You've created a new note. Let's check out the useful tools inside. Okay, again, I'm brand new to this, so I have no idea what the useful tools are. We have back to files, navigation window, needlepoint pen, ink pen, marker, regular eraser, region eraser, erase all, and lasso. You can zoom, rotate, move, copy to another note page, and cut handwriting you select with the lasso tool, which you can turn into headings, keywords, calendar events, and links as well. Okay, that's cool. All right, tap this thing or double tap the screen with two fingers to hide the fixed or floating toolbar. Okay, so if I double tap the screen with two fingers, tap that, okay, there it is, or double tap the screen with two fingers again to display the fixed or floating toolbar. All right, double tap with one finger the page number bar in blank to hide it. I don't know what that means, in blank. Okay, double tap with one finger the page number bar in blank to hide it. Okay. Double tap with one finger again to the page number bar area to display it. All right. Press the fixed toolbar for one. Oh, okay. So this little circle down here, I thought that was like the spot where I was supposed to hit, but that looks like that's just a tutorial guide. So I was like, is this the blank? I think what it was saying is double tap a blank area within that number bar. Okay. Press the fixed toolbar for 1 to 2 seconds before an arrow shape appears, then drag it to switch to the floating toolbar. Okay. Okay, there's the arrow, then drag it. Okay. Tap this little thing or drag the vertical floating toolbar to the top or bottom edge of the screen until a dashed line indicating the horizontal floating toolbar appears before releasing it to switch and vice versa. All right, so I guess I can drag that down. Oh, okay, maybe I can't. Click here to shorten the floating toolbar. Drag the floating toolbar to the top, bottom, left, or right edge of the screen to switch to a fixed position. Okay. Oh, that was cool. So it had like a dashed line to show what it was going to be. Congratulations, you have completed the user guide tour. Okay. One of the things I talked about on the books was there was no user guide included. And while I was able to choose some options, like this is a better introduction to this, at least I can understand how to drag stuff around and all that kind of stuff. So that's nice. Congratulations, you have completed the user guide tour. Start handwriting. Okay, so, oh my gosh, this is much grippier. Like, okay, this is my first note on the Supernote. Interesting. I grew up in the 90s, and in school, we would have these notebooks, like 3-ring binders. And in the binder was like, the cover of the binder was just like a vinyl. So like I had blue vinyl, black vinyl, whatever. But honestly, writing on this feels like scratching or writing on that old 3-ring binder vinyl covering. I don't know why. That's what comes to mind right now. But that's what comes to mind right now. It's not bad. Like I say that, and if you're not familiar with it, you're like, well, that sounds ridiculous. But it's not a bad thing necessarily. So how do I erase? Okay, yeah, eraser. Select eraser and just erase Okay, so this is just very thin eraser. Can I change that? Yeah, okay, let's do a thicker eraser. I do like on the Note Air 3C how I could, or in the 3, how I could choose to like erase if I just went like that, it would erase the entire line. Which, like maybe that's an option. I don't know. There's an area erase with that. Okay, so select that. Okay, that erases that. Cool. All right, good. So then let's go back to this pen tool. I obviously have my Note Air 3 on kind of a thicker pen, but it's level 4. Like this is a 4. Let's see how thin we can get it. So let's go to line width all the way down to 0.5 and see what that looks like. Okay, so this is 0.5 width on the Note Air. All right, and then I don't know if you can be able to see my chicken scratch here, but that's what a 0.5 looks like on the Note Air. Okay, that's pretty thin, actually. I may actually keep that. I was starting to think, like, initially I liked the thicker, but I've been starting to wonder if I would like the thinner, and that actually looks nice. Okay, so then this is the 0.5. I think there was the 0.5. It says 0.3. Okay, 0.3. So this goes a little lower. So this is 0.3 on the Supernote Nomad. Okay, so that's a 0.3 on the Nomad. Brightness wise, I think this feels like I should have done more research on this, but I think that the Nomad doesn't have a front light at all, whereas this one does. So right now I'm at, I have some front light on. Didn't need it on with all these lights around me, but you can see here that these screens look relatively similar in terms of readability and brightness. So here's the Supernote. Pretty good. And the Note Air 3. Let me just do a full page refresh there. Yeah, so I don't know. I like it so far. I like the smaller form factor. I do wonder for longer form writing if I will miss the larger size, but I like holding the smaller size. I'm also curious about the software support here because I do like the Kindle app and all the things that I can do because this is full Android. Whereas my understanding on the Nomad and really all the Supernote devices is that there are less options right now, even though they're continuing to work on expanding those options. So I don't know how this came up. I must have pressed something accidentally, but it says activate the quick page turning bar. One finger long press on the left sidebar, then slide up and down. Okay, I guess I can't do that right now. Turn one page. After bringing up the quick page turning bar, slide up or down a short distance, less than 22.5 millimeters on the left sidebar. That's a very precise number. And then turn multiple pages. After bringing up the quick page turning bar, slide up or down a long distance on the left sidebar. Okay. Okay, so I guess this is that. And I only have one page, so I don't know why that came up. So I'm going to take your order here. Can I take your order for dinner? Of course. All right, that's just me holding my, that's an awkward position to write, but that was decent. All right. My first impressions on this are really good, really positive. I actually really like this pen, and the writing feel it automatically turns off and back on. That's pretty cool. Okay. I don't know how to know. Okay, so here's the battery, 68%. Again, don't rely on the date. It's actually January 15th at 1:42 or 13:42. So 68% is where I'm starting out with this device. We'll see how the battery life lasts with this. Anyway, if this was helpful, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below with any questions you might have. I'm going to use this for a little while to see my thoughts on it. And eventually I'm going to compare this to the Note Air 3 and the 3C, and even my Kindle here. Still have my Kindle laying around, even though it probably needs to be charged again. But then we will see which one I end up with. This is another good first impression. I'll say that. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Again, I appreciate your support and look forward to hearing your comments on this. Have a good one.